Welcome to my page. Today, let's look at factorization of quadratic expression. Before us, we have some question 1 to 4, and we're going to use factorization to solve it. So number 1, let's solve number 1, which is x squared plus 7x minus 30. So when you are given an expression quadratic form to factorize, the main quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so when we get to quadratic equation, we'll still use this. So this is what you will use. So the trick is that there are three things you need to note. Okay, so that any quadratic expression given, you can solve them without any issue. Number one, you need to multiply the coefficients of a, which is this one, coefficient of x squared, that is a, with c, this c. So like a multiplied by c, that is what is the coefficient of x squared. The coefficient of x squared is a. So I just wrote this so that you can compare the two expressions. Okay, and so that is that. So 2, you need to also find two factors of result in one above that I when multiplied together gives result in 1. Okay, we still have the same thing, but don't worry, you will understand it. The number 2, 2ii, okay, when added gives gives coefficients of x, that is b. Okay, so what I mean is that from this expression, which is x squared plus 7x minus 30, the coefficients of x here is 1, and what represents c is this minus 30. So when you multiply 1 by 30 minus 30, you still have minus 30. That is 1 by minus 30, you still have minus 30. So this is the result I'm talking about in a above. Therefore, so what do we do with this? We find the factors, find two factors of the result, which is 30. What are the factors of 30 that when you multiply, you still have minus 30, and when you add, you will have what? Plus 7. Okay, so we have 15, 3, 5, and 5, we have 1. Okay, so we'll now begin to pair the two factors. Like 2 times 3, you have 6 multiplied by 5 is what? Still 30. Okay, so what is again? You can say it, 15, 2 multiplied by 15 is what? 30. But when you look at it, this number 2ii, that when added gives coefficient of x, which is 7. This 7. What, even if we change the sign here, there is no way we are going to get 7. Whether you put minus, whether you put plus, you are not going to get 7. So the next one is 10 We have 10 and 3 to still give you 30. Okay, so when you add, if you change the sign, you are going to get something 7. So that means if you add 7, because we have plus, let's use plus, and the other one should carry minus. Okay, so you have plus 7 at the end. So let's solve it. We'll now use this as the factor. Okay, so we use this as the factor. So when we have s squared plus 10, instead of 7x, we write 10, then minus 3, because these two will still give us 7. Then you write your minus 30. Okay, so we factorize 2 goes. So what is common here? We have x is common. Into x squared, we have x, that is x squared divided by x. The remainder is x plus 10. What is common here? We have minus 3. Okay, minus 3 is common. Then we have x minus minus, we have plus 10. And your answer will be x, one of the brackets, and outside. This x minus 3. And that solved the issue. Okay, so number 2. Having known all these rules, know them, any factorization you see, you can apply it anywhere. Okay, don't be scared. That is why I took my time to show you that. So this is number 2. So factorize this. What is the coefficient of x squared here? 1. And the last number is 6. Okay, so what are the factors? If you multiply it, you have 6. Find the 2 factor of 6, which is 6 here. We have 3, 3, 1. Okay, so that is the factor of 6. So you begin to pair them. We have 2, 3. We have 1, 6. Which one will give us this minus 7? Is this. So when you add minus 1, minus 6, you are going to have this. So you now put x squared minus 6x minus x, which is 1, okay, plus 6. So factorize, x is common, minus 6. What is common? Minus 1 is common. We have x minus 6. So you can write either one of the bracket first, then the outside bracket later. Okay, so we have x minus 1. So whenever you are solving for quadratic expression, whatever is in the bracket, this and this, they must be the same. This and this must be the same. Okay, that is the answers. Okay, so follow it the way I did it, and you will arrive at the solution. So let's solve number 3. We have 6y squared minus y minus 2. So how do we factorize this? Multiply by this, we have minus 12. Okay, find the factors of minus 12. 12, that will give you the rows I've stated. 2 here, we have 6. 2 again, 3. 3, we have this. So what we do, you can pair them, because here is only minus 1 we are looking for when we add the 2 factors. So we have minus 4. 2 times 2, add 4, 3. Okay, so this will work. Okay, so we have 6y squared minus 4y minus 3y, no, plus 3y minus 2. Okay, what is common here? We have 2y common. 2y into this, we have 3y minus 2. What is common? We have plus 1 is common. Okay, into 3y minus 2. So, like I said, you can write one of the bracket, or you write this one first. It doesn't matter, because once you expand it, you are going to get the same thing. Okay, so we have 3y minus 2. Okay, so I told you before that whenever you factorize, these 2 brackets must be the same. If they are not the same, then you discard it and find another thing. Okay, so lastly, we have 3x squared minus 13x plus 10. Okay, so this is the last one. So the coefficient of x squared is 3, and the last number is what? 10. So 3 multiplied by 10 is what? 30. So is this 30 that you find the factors? Find the factor so that when you add, you have minus 13. And when you multiply, you are going to get your 30 back. So 2 here, 15. 3, we have 5. We have 5, we have 1. Okay? So you begin to pair it. Since we have 13, why not go through the same process that we did before? 2 multiplied by 5, we have 10, and we have 3. Okay? So if you add these two, you can get 13, but you need to put sign, minus, minus. Okay? So that it can follow. So let's insert it. We have 3x squared. This 2 now is what we use to replace 13. We have minus 10x minus 3x plus 10. Okay, minus C, you are going to get 30 back. Minus times minus is plus. 10 times 3 is 30. So which gives us the same thing. Okay, so what is common here? You have your x is common. X into 3x squared, we have 3x. Into this, we have 10. What is common? We have minus 1 is common. Into 3x, we have 3x minus 10. So the answer is x minus 1 into 3x minus 10. Okay? So with this, I believe there is no any quadratic expression you cannot solve. Okay? Follow it. Make sure this rule is in your head. Multiply the coefficients of x squared, whatever. Read it as it is. Play it back again. Copy any example of this one. Solve it, and you arrive at the answer. See you in the next video.